When the Lockheed P-38 Lightning first sliced through the Pacific skies, even seasoned Japanese pilots didn't know what to make of it. Was it a bomber, a reconnaissance plane, or something entirely alien? With its twin tails and central cockpit, it looked more like a machine from the future. To American crews, it was the fork-tailed devil. But to the Japanese, it was a mystery. One that would soon challenge everything they thought they knew about air combat. By late 1942, Japan's Mitsubishi A6M-0 had earned a mythical reputation, swift, agile, and unbeatable in a dogfight. But far to the east, American engineers at Lockheed were designing a Predator. They didn't need another turn fighter. They needed something that could hunt, that could fly long distances over open ocean, strike, and then vanish. That something was the P-38 Lightning. When the first Lightnings appeared over the Solomon Islands, Japanese pilots scoffed. To them, it looked bulky and awkward. But that laughter didn't last. The Lightning could cruise at over 400 miles per hour, climb higher than any Zero, and fly twice as far. Even more terrifying, its concentrated nose guns created a laser-like stream of destruction. Suddenly, Japanese patrols began reporting strange encounters. American fighters appearing from impossible distances, diving like hawks, and disappearing before anyone could react. At first, Japanese intelligence underestimated the Lightning, describing it as a heavy escort fighter with poor maneuverability. But those assumptions quickly crumbled. Time after time, Zero pilots failed to catch it in a climb or chase it in a dive. Even when riddled with bullets, its rugged frame refused to go down. It could fly home on one engine. It could take hits and still fight back. The very thing the Japanese had once mocked now haunted their skies. Ironically, the P-38 wasn't born perfect. Lockheed engineers battled engine overheating, cockpit frosting, and even deadly dive compressibility. But out of those failures came innovation. Dive recovery flaps and tuned turbo superchargers turned the Lightning into one of the most advanced machines of its time. While Japan relied on proven designs, America was learning from trial and tragedy. When the P-38 finally met the Zero in combat, it didn't try to outturn it. It outthought it. Lightning pilots were trained to use boom and zoom tactics, hit fast, hit hard, and climb away. Japanese pilots called it cowardly. But in the sky, results mattered more than honor. The Lightning's hit-and-run strikes devastated formations. And when the Americans planned Operation Vengeance, the daring interception of Admiral Isoroku Yamamoto, it was the P-38 that carried it out, proving the Lightning was a strategic weapon. As 1943 wore on, confidence among Japanese pilots turned to hesitation. Encounters with the P-38 left many shaken, not just by its speed or firepower, but by its unpredictability. It could appear from nowhere, strike once, and vanish. Japanese diaries from the time spoke of a silver hawk that attacks from the sun. The Lightning had become more than a machine. It was psychological warfare on wings. The P-38 also forced the U.S. Army Air Forces to evolve. Pilots learned teamwork, coordination, and patience. Two-ship formations became standard. One lightning baiting, the other striking. The Japanese, bound by their doctrine of one-on-one duels, found themselves outmatched by pilots who fought as a pack. For the first time, Japan's air superiority began to slip, not because their pilots lacked courage, but because their enemies had learned to fight smarter. The Lightning's victory was in ideas. It showed that brute agility was no longer enough. Technology, range, and discipline could change the course of a war. By 1944, Japan's veteran aces were gone, replaced by inexperienced recruits. Meanwhile, P-38s were escorting bombers deep into enemy territory, cutting supply lines, and wearing down Japan's air power. Its design would go on to inspire the jet age, teaching a timeless lesson. Innovation can defeat even the most confident foe. Today, only a few P-38s still fly, their twin booms glinting in the sun. When their engines hum, you can almost feel the echoes of history, the fear, the fascination, and the respect this strange machine commanded. To the Japanese, it began as a mystery. To the Americans, it became a legend. And to history, it remains a symbol of how innovation can rewrite the rules of war. The fork-tailed devil that changed the sky forever. If you love untold stories of aviation, from secret missions to forgotten heroes, don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned, because the sky still has secrets left to tell.